That's purely for my benefit. A few little notes here just to help me get it right this time. I thought we'd talk about some root vegetables again, given the supreme chill that's been in the air. Lovely time for soups. We've already mentioned these for roasting, but obviously a great time for winter soups. Why not talk about them while we've got them coming nice and freshly dug from Pinehaven Organics. Turnips, you get that right. Beautiful little turnips to put into your soups. And what we've also got from Pinehaven this week are they're a close relative of the turnip. These are Swedes, also from Pinehaven. Beautiful little sizes. You know, very similar in flavour and texture to the turnip. As I said, they're very closely related. Obviously, cut these and they're white. The Swede cut up and bake or boil up a little bit yellow. But wonderful for soups, as is the parsnip. High quality special again this week. We've got biodynamic cauliflowers coming from Mount Whitestone, our preferred grower of collies. You can see they're a lovely size, they're beautiful and fresh, and again lovely to throw into a soup, though it would be a little bit of a waste. These are just great to eat raw, they're brilliant. In the Pinehaven theme, we've got some lovely young silverbeet coming from there, beautiful fresh kale. You can put that into your soups as well, or chop them into salads. Something a little bit different this week. Again, look, it'd be lovely to put into your soups, particularly if you keep the stems, chop the stems finely and throw them in. This is Swiss chard, or sometimes called rainbow chard. Beautiful colours, obviously a relative of silverbeet, very similar in flavour and style, but my understanding is it's a little bit richer in iron. Lovely fresh corn. Some of the better corn we've had in recent weeks. Some nice full sweet kernels. Beans, again, are brilliant. They're lovely and sweet. I don't know if you heard that snap. They're excellent quality. Zucchi's around about the usual kind of size. The carrots, still from the same grower, Radowski, absolutely first class. Nice size button mushrooms this week, a little bit bigger than normal. Swiss browns, a tastier, meatier style, also a good size. Tomatoes are of a reasonable quality. Of course, middle of winter, you don't really expect absolutely superb organic tomatoes, but they're eating pretty good and a nice size. This week are back to decent quality, so we've got good large cos and also some nice sized butter lettuce. English spinach bunches, haven't gotten here to show you, but they're first class as well. I'd be looking into those, nice and fresh. Before we move on to the fruit, I wanted to show you some of our local breads. If we're, thinking nice hearty soups, nothing better to go with that than a nice crusty bread. A few of the ones I'd like to show you. We've got some La Tartine. This is their sesame boulet. Now La Tartine are a European-styled bakery based on the Central Coast. They use a wood-fired oven. That's their compagnon. So they're a more traditional style of sourdough. So you'll find you do get a bit of that sourness actually coming through in the flavour, and that'll develop as the bread sort of matures. So it will be good keeping over, a few days. Another lovely local one to show you is the Fosterton Farm. Now Fosterton Farm, he's up past Dungog. He's built a beautiful little bakery on his farm. Just to give you an indication there. Now Simon freshly mills his flour each week, which, as he will tell you, makes a significant difference to the nutritional quality of his breads. Grains are just like an apple. Once you break them, they start to oxidise and you start to lose nutritional value. So he mills fresh every week, uses the whole grain, and is not quite as intense a flavour as the La Tartine, a little bit milder, softer style of bread, which I think the kids would quite enjoy, particularly when it's nice and fresh. Now, a little bit more normal again is the Bill's Bakery. Again a sourdough, again wholemeal. Now he's changed his style a little bit over recent months to be a more of a softer style. So these are actually really good for making sandwiches for the kiddies. Nice and soft, not too intense a flavour like the La Tartine in terms of that bitterness. So a good fresh loaf. All of these come sliced as well. While I'm talking organic breads, I thought it's worthy to note that the government recently introduced some regulations which mean that all bread flours have to actually have folic acid added to them, basically to give them some nutritional value, and it's all about helping to prevent some health issues, particularly with respect to pregnant women. The only flours that are exempt, or the only breads that are exempt from the addition of folic acid are organic breads, organic flours. Why is that? Typically because organic flour is made from whole grain. Most organic breads are made from whole grains, and essentially the whole grain is rich in all sorts of vitamins and nutrients, particularly your B group, lots of vitamin E, lots of essential fatty acids. But what we silly humans do, basically in terms of our pursuit of the pure white loaf, what we've done over the last few decades is that we've removed all your bran, your endosperm, your wheat germ, and just left the kernel. And basically we've taken away all the nutritional value. We're just left with this lump of starch, if you like. So now the government's regulated that we have to add back some nutritional value, the folic acid. Again, just to me, it highlights the stupidity of it all. If you just leave it as it is, we've actually got something which is highly nutritious. Good quality bread actually sustained many cultures way back in the Dark Ages and the like. Today, if you were to try and survive on bread, what they call bread, fluffy white stuff, you'd struggle, because essentially there's nothing left. So good whole grain bread is the way to go. It can help you with reducing heart disease and stroke, weight control, reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes, and the other really substantial benefit from a whole grain bread is it has a very low GI, which means it helps to regulate your blood sugars and endurance levels, all that kind of stuff, as opposed to the white bread, which is really a very high GI rating. So it's in, it's out, it's all over Red Rover in no time at all. Anyway, the fruit. Now, one of the reasons we didn't do the video yesterday is because I had to go up to Patterson to get some nice fresh mandies. These are the Emperors. So they're fresh off the tree Monday, and I can tell you they're fantastic. They've sweetened up a little bit more from last week. Still very, very juicy like they were last week. Now these Emperor mandies have a reasonable number of seeds, but the kiddies can deal with them. Just make it a game, just putting them into a bowl or something like that, they'll be fine with it. We didn't get a fresh pick of oranges from Patterson yesterday. We got some towards the end of last week. They're also starting to sweeten up, and they're massively juicy. Really, really good. Beautiful little blood oranges. They're a lovely, cute little size. They're a real richly flavoured orange. These ones appear to have a little bit more of the red fleck. Certainly you get that little blush in the skin, but you can also see there the nice fleck through the flesh. Very richly flavoured orange. All your usual culprits, the Packham pears, Bear Bosch pears, a brief mid-season, mid-winter treat, the bergamot pear. Again, great avocados coming down from Bellingen. The apples still, broken record, I know. Fuji's, Pink Ladies, Grannies. Jonathan's are just okay in my opinion. Garland's are eating pretty good. Golden Delicious, excellent. Sundowners, good size, supremely crunchy. Try them for something different. And the Braeburns, not an attractive apple, but good eating and cooking. A little bit of Northern Territory watermelon. They're eating really nice. These are priced around about the late 3s, early 4s. That size. Bananas nice and green this week. I won't get too quick on you. We got a good supply of produce yesterday. No sign yet of any issues regarding the truckie strike. I don't expect it'll have a significant impact on our supply, but we'll certainly keep you posted. But certainly I don't think there's any need to worry. Okay, just buy it as normal.